2022. Roll call. Smiley. Here. Hamel. Here. McMurphy. Here. Number 4, approval of minutes of the last meeting, November 14th, 2022. You guys got any additions or corrections? I wasn't here.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. Number 5, discussion and possible action regarding the request for ARPA funding from Real Water District number 3. Guys, you're up.
Didn't take long.
Hi guys. I think we turned in a submission slip, didn't we? Of everything that we had for you guys to look at. And if we just share, if you got any questions about what we're requesting or why we're requesting it, we'll,
Okay.
there's the minutes of the meeting in the second one. That'll probably be better for you to look at, maybe. Well, this right here, this right here is what we're going to use the money for.
Okay.
And the other one's just these grants and stuff are all different. Some of them got to have minutes to show that we approved it, that we didn't approve it, what we're talking about, what we're going to use it for.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna read this and then we'll just discuss it in a minute. Got field supplies, skid steer, John Deere mini excavator, 2 large trailers, office supplies, printer, Tufto computer, Lenovo computer, and an iPad. Okay, the first thing I'm going to tell you is we have to check about the legality of that, because when the ARPA funds came out, they were for infrastructure, water, wastewater, and broadband. Now, I will be the first to tell you, I've heard they have some leniency on what it can be spent on, but I'm not 100% sure what that leniency is.
That's fine. We didn't.
You follow?
Yeah, absolutely. And we didn't know the criteria when we filled this out for you guys.
I've heard there's been some difference in it, and I mean, I'm in their interpretation.
Right.
But I'm not. In other words, when it first came out, the rules were you couldn't spend it, and here's how I interpret it: you couldn't spend it on anything that you could sell. Because, and so that meant that it was really touchy, because if you were found in violation and had to pay it back, you couldn't sell what you bought to repay it. Yeah, essentially that was my interpretation of that, because that's why you want to be really careful about how you spend it.
Yeah.
So,
and that's fine. We got projects like that we can do too, as far as improving.
Well, and I'm not denying anything. I'm just saying that we need to figure out what. And like I said, there's a lot of things out there that are, I don't know if it's still decided yet or not, or on that. But that's the way that's what the ARPA funds actually said that they were for.
Well, the meeting I went to down at Oklahoma City said they want to make sure that we can ensure water and broadband for the next pandemic so people can lock in place. And I guess the way I look at it is, if we've got the proper equipment in line and in place, we can ensure people's water.
Right.
And so
I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm just telling you how I went about it and how I justify it. And so the computers and the tablets and stuff, they've got some new pumps out and some new technology out that, instead of us driving $5 gas back and forth from Winoka to turn on a pump, they've got some technology out there now where we can turn that stuff on remotely over these programs. I guess the
You can check them remotely.
We can check them, make sure they're
drive down to the tank and look at it.
Well, I mean, and like I say, I'm not opposed to the equipment, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that we're going to get audited.
Whether we can sell it on that.
Yeah. And, but I'm still not sure, they're definite about anything, and this is the thing, and I knew it was gonna be an issue. They gave this money to every county in the 50 states. Well, no two states, the counties work the same, function the same. And so.
And they gave all this money out before anybody knew what the rules were.
Right.
Well,
They
they just made the rules up as they went.
Absolutely.
Infrastructure.
And it'll change.
Infrastructure only includes roads and bridges if the county had a loss. And you'd be amazed, over a 3-year period, and a lot of counties didn't have that loss. Mainly, we had a $4 million loss, so we could have spent and can spend every bit of this ARPA money going back to the county sheds for roads and bridges, because we lost that. Where the losses came in are the counties that collect gross production. Most of the counties, the taxes and stuff, like what our county sheds have. For one thing, ad valorem didn't go down. The fuel taxes and stuff got hit a little bit, but recovered. And in that 3-year period, they essentially rebounded and got. The gross production is what really gave us the big loss. And the schools were the ones that really took the hit over that gross production.
So the ARPA funds were set up, when they were sent from the government, they were set up for what?
Infrastructure, water, wastewater, and broadband. That was the only 4 items listed, and infrastructure had 2 different definitions. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't remember infrastructure being on there.
It was the very first one listed.
Okay.
But it was real confusing because
Talking about
our
infrastructure for
idea
water, or
of
talking about
infrastructure was for roads and bridges, but they didn't allow that unless the county had a loss.
Okay.
And that's where we've kind of been on the deal. And we got 1.7 million, and we're gonna have to keep some of it for admin fees, and that is the bookkeeping and the proof of showing where everything went and how it's put in and how it was paid for and that kind of stuff. But like I said, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out exactly what I hear. Some counties are buying new. Never mind. I'm not going to put that on there. But they're buying vehicles and stuff like that, and I don't believe it was set up for that. But if they've relaxed the rules, then
I come in here with the mindset that there was some extra money that was around that you guys were looking to put back into the system.
we are going to do that. Okay. It's just that I want to be sure we spend it for the right things.
Okay.
We don't want to give it out and then you guys have to pay it back.
Or us, we have to pay. We are the one that have to pay it back.
Right. No, that.
Have you spent any of it yet?
Huh?
Have you?
No. And part of the reason is the rules.
Yeah, we
for sure.
don't know exactly what.
You just want to be cautious because you don't want to have to pay it back just because you interpreted something wrong. No, I think we're all 3 in agreement. We have a resolution that we're going to help the entities and what I consider the help are the 3 water districts in Woods County, the small communities and towns. And we're going to try to stretch that out over.
Yeah, and that's fine. We've seen an opportunity to apply for some funding, so
that's why we're just doing it by project deal. No, I appreciate that, but I will tell you this. I think it might be better if you can find us a stretch of what. I'm not opposed to the deal about the meter, the saving the fuel and that kind of deal about.
Well, that's like the
tanks
technology
and
on these computers and stuff. That's what that's all set up for is that. And then our computers at the office.
Well, I definitely think that fits the bill to save that getting there.
Okay.
But that's just what I think.
Right.
And for right now, we're just going to have to verify what we can do. So.
Who do you guys answer to? That's like, cause when you
The
go to-
auditor,
Well,
the
when you go to
feds.
the Capitol, they don't know. I mean,
State
That's the trouble.
we was
Nobody knows.
with Murdoch, hell, he don't know what that.
That's-
Maybe I
that's-
shouldn't be saying names.
That's,
All who we-
no, that's the real issue.
The DA?
I mean, he's our legal counsel, if that's what you're asking.
No, I mean, I'm asking, you know, where do we
Well-
find the rules, the real
Yeah.
rules?
At first, I would have
We've been
told
looking.
you the
Yeah,
auditor.
that's where I'm
The
at.
auditor, but there was a point just about a year ago, whatever, the state auditor kind of threw up her hands and said she was actually putting on meetings and stuff about this, and then she stopped. And so now I'm a firm believer that NACO, and that's the National Association of County Officers, NACO is where we need to go, because they're combined all 50 of these counties,
Trying to make
and
everybody
they're
the same
trying to
boat.
make everything fit for all the counties. And so, and we don't have a representative here, but we have from Oklahoma members they're in that. And that's where I believe we would get the correct answers now. But I'm pretty certain as far as pipe, as far as stuff like that,
Yeah,
that's
we
the
can put that stuff
infrastructure
together.
to me, and that's these meter, the
That
reading of
looks a lot
that
better
stuff would
that.
fit.
Yeah, we didn't know what the criteria
Well,
was.
the more we find out too,
Yeah,
we'll be able
Yeah,
to,
But you understand where I'm coming from.
yeah, absolutely, but I didn't know what the
Fit.
criteria
Right,
were
right.
to turn this in.
Well,
So
and
we
that's
went-
why I told you when you called me this morning that we need to discuss this,
Right.
and because
Okay.
I haven't went over this with a whole lot of people, but I mean,
Right.
I will tell you this, and I want it on record, I really appreciate you guys using the REAP grants and getting after that when they're available, and, I mean, I think that's great.
I mean,
Yeah.
ORWA's got a grant that we're going after, and there's one more that we're trying for. I
Right.
mean, our system's Randy knows,
Yeah.
our system's
Yeah.
put together in the '70s, and it's a struggle every day to keep water to everybody. So-
No, and I like that. I want to help people that want to help themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's one of the benefits that we get from the REAP grants out there is we successfully complete a project
Right.
every year. And so then we get more
Yeah.
points to
Yeah.
get higher on the program for next year. And we got
Right.
a good manager and Tom and a good secretary and Charlene, and we got a
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Well,
board.
that's all I'm getting at. I just wanted to tip my hat to you
Yeah.
guys for using what's available.
One
That
thing we
means a
would
lot.
really like to do is have our own water source, drill a well.
Right.
We'd really like to have that, but I don't know how possible that really is, but that's something we could pursue if we had some money to do it.
And so,
Where?
Well, I don't know. See, that's the thing.
I
I
mean-
find good water, that's just it, and somebody that's willing to, we've tested some wells and stuff, and the nitrates are too high to justify it for ourselves. But, obviously down in that Winoka area, there's better water than there is.
Yeah.
And when you get north of Freedom, you can get into
You
that
got
good
real
water.
water that goes down into that past Winoka though?
South of Winoka, no, we come right there, like the rodeo grounds is where our pump station is, there in Winoka.
But it has to go through that RO system.
Yeah,
and
it is.
and foot the
It was
expense of that.
substantially higher buying water from Winoka in the past, but with Alva's rates being raised here, it's not as far out of line anymore.
In the AVAR project, to me, would be a lot more feasible if we had our own water well to supply that. That just,
You're exactly right, and I'm pretty certain if we can find someplace, that's okay, but what you gotta
So I
remember,
need to look for a water hole, or you do? You guys with the water,
Well-
tell me where to look and I know where to look, but
Well, then you tell us.
where
yeah,
the water's at.
I live northwest of Alva. I'm on the water board.
I don't wanna do it in front of this, so I
Right.
wanna talk to you about it.
That works.
well, here's some of the things that you have to remember. There's already, water district is just like almost owning that land.
Yeah.
And if you go down there and find wells,
You
have
guys
to-
don't own your own well.
No,
We
they
buy-
don't, they
we
buy
buy all of our water
We buy all of our
Does
water.
all the water districts like that?
Yeah,
No.
well,
Oh, all of them
yes,
here in Woods County.
You got one
All-
buys their water from Alva, and
Two,
Winoka.
yeah, yeah.
You buy
Yeah.
it from these, yeah,
Well, and even the one district out west gets theirs from Cole.
yeah.
So all the water districts here buy their water from, nobody, Alva and Winoka are the only ones that have their own. But if you go to drill
Freedom's
wells,
got their own.
no,
No, they don't.
Theirs comes out of more.
they're Woodward. But they are, I'm not considering them a water district here.
Oh, I thought.
They're Woodward, real water district.
Okay, I apologize.
Yeah, they-
I mean, would it be feasible to look for water like for you guys?
You know, so right there north of Freedom, there's some good water. There's the Ogallala Aquifer comes down in there. There's some good water. And we did a study. We had an engineer hired to run 13 miles of line, I think. And, you know, but there was going to be substations and pump stations and stuff along there. And then, of course, the terrain is quite a bit different
Yeah, hard to get,
Yeah.
hard to move that water.
coming out of there. And
Up and down, up and down.
then
The initial purchase of the water was,
he was kind of expecting oil field rates on what he'd been selling it to the oil field for, and that's
Can't do that.
not feasible for drinking water and or for potable water, I should say. And so that's kind of where the dilemma stopped. There is when we told him what we were buying water for currently, he didn't have any interest in that. He was looking to put together a long-term kind of retirement plan for his family on.
Yeah.
We could sell this, but I will tell you guys, you know, obviously everybody knows we're in a drought. We sell over 5 million gallons of water the last 2 months, and that doesn't happen. I mean,
Right.
and I understand there's a lot of guys weaning calves, and our top 10 customers are, I'd say 5 of them are
Right.
large operations that are weaning calves and got stuff locked up in pens. But still,
It's going to continue if we don't get some relief.
and exactly, and the more water that we sell, the more our pumps run, the more our pipes leak. I mean, you know what it's like. So the more they're used, the harder it gets. But
Well, it's gonna be tough to find any new source of water that you get the water rights with it.
yeah, and that's
And cheap too, probably.
Well, if you don't get the water rights, then you're gonna have to pay whoever owns those water
Yeah, and
rights
you're still
a
buying.
fee.
and you're still
If
buying
you
water.
have water rights or can get them, then you get to pay for the electricity to pump it. But when you have to, it gets to be a tough scenario. And then running those water lines through another district, that gets to be a tough situation. It's just like the electric outfits. OG&E has its designated places, and that's what you get into with water districts.
And since, I mean, I suppose everybody in here knows that the Abar Rail project got a substantial sum of money from this, so they have been in contact with us on working together to try and come up with something. I mean, I'm gonna attend their next meeting, and so the ball's rolling on that side of it too.
we're more than glad to work with Abar Rail.
Yeah.
That's what I tell them. We're pro Alva, we're pro Abar Rail project.
Pro
I mean,
progress.
Yeah, absolutely.
It all works together. I mean,
Yeah.
But we gotta have water
Progress, yeah.
for it to work, and we can't, you know, just a lot of ifs, ands, and buts, so we'll let you guys. We'll let you guys.
No, I mean, we're gonna try to help what we can, but I mean, we're kinda tied on the rules.
Yeah, that's
that
fine.
You
And
follow.
we didn't know what the rules were when we
Yeah,
showed
right.
up, so we
Well-
put together what we
we're
thought.
not sure what they are either.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
And an excavator, you know, we're thinking that maybe if we have a size, we're 2 sizes bigger of an excavator, maybe we could take a little pressure off you guys calling you on some of them projects that are iffy, and that was kind of our thoughts with that, but that's gonna require a bigger trailer and all that
Right.
stuff, so.
Well, and you follow where I'm coming from.
Absolutely,
on that stuff,
absolutely. And we
and
can put something together for that for sure too, and
we just wanna be sure that
Come back.
when
Yes,
we spend
yes.
some of this money, that nobody's gonna come back and
try to
say,
take it.
You got any idea how long it'll?
Yeah, we gotta make sure it's ours to speak.
2026.
yeah, everybody's got till 2026 to,
I see.
Get the
Yeah.
projects done.
To complete the project.
I think by 24, we have to have the money earmarked, I guess is what you're supposed to be completed by the end of '26, I believe,
Uh-huh.
with the projects. It's supposed to be spent by then, but it's supposed to be distributed by '24. And we can get on it. I mean, like I said, I get a hold of NACO representatives. That's about where I've got the most trust in figuring out what they have to say, and I haven't actually talked to anybody. But I'm pretty certain to help with the water line or some of those
Right.
kind of things, we could go for that.
Okay.
And as far as projects, so maybe I'm looking at that wrong way, like, they could go, if we got it okay for pipe, they wouldn't have to have the pipe in the ground finished.
I think you got it, like, the most of our grants and stuff that we receive, it's a completed
It's a
project.
project, yes.
So, and I don't know if they send a representative out or if Tom just sends enough
Right.
pictures and progress reports to them that shows, but, cause we had some money left over on the deal where we could have bought some pipe or something like that. that
And
would
don't-
work.
I mean, you guys do a little bit of planning, because some of these grants, I don't know about them. I was told the other day that ORWA deal is a 100%.
No, you gotta match.
Well, okay.
Yeah, you
But
gotta match.
keep in mind, and I'm pretty certain we could do that with
You can
this
match.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why we need to do a little
together.
figuring on where we can get everybody the biggest bang for their buck.
Yeah, the most efficient.
I smile here because, that money there can be used for a lot of different things. And then we can take this money and match 20% or whatever it is for that when it.
Well,
But
and
that helps.
all I'm gonna-
Get that
Come on,
project.
camera.
That-
all I'm gonna tell you though is it's a unique situation,
It is.
this ARPA stuff. And it can be used, ARPA money can be used, I know, to match on some EDA, which is federal
development.
grants.
Yeah,
And it's one of the first times ever that they have allowed that to happen. So there are some differences at this time that there haven't been.
Right.
So I think that's in it, because, a big project, you can get the money, but the match can come up to be so
Pretty
big
hard.
that you can't do something.
Right.
And
Right.
so we need to figure that in this equation to get the best for what we can get out of it.
Well, we can do that.
I think we just need to work together. I don't think we need to get in a big hurry with all this
Yeah.
stuff. Because we got plans to help, is
Right.
what I'm trying to say. But we want to
Check
help where we
the
can get
boxes.
the most for the help.
Yeah, we just need to check the boxes. So, sounds good. Appreciate it, guys.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
See you, thanks for coming. Okay, number 6.
My name is
Discussion,
My name is Tim
possible
Holmes.
action regarding the following road permit for AEC.
And if you run that
Okay,
paper,
so
I've
this
got
is
a criminal
District
record
1,
that
Army
shooting
3.
and put that down.
It's located
Tom Niswonger was the other day.
112514 and 142514,
Hey, thank you.
and it's,
PEC,
AEC.
power line,
Mhm.
so moved.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Crossing Creek Road and parallel on the south side, approximately 400 feet. Somewhere on Creek Road, 5 west, section 11. Southwest. Section 11, crossing Creek Road, runs 450 feet.
Going to somebody's house?
I'm assuming maybe, doesn't really say. Overhead. Road holes, and that doesn't really say. But I don't know the new houses either.
Hard to tell. So, okay, number 7, discussion and possible action regarding the ODOT Form 324A claim form in the amount of $15,600 assigned to Pinnacle Consulting Management Group Incorporated for project JP 3049208, acquisition and appraisals, stalling, 12 parcels,
Staking, sorry, that's unspelled.
staling.
Staking,
Staking?
staking,
Oh,
Survey.
sorry.
Okay, oh, that's what you're trying to tell me, that's supposed to be okay instead of an L. Okay, all right, well, had me a little
Me too.
bumfuzzled there, so.
Because I'm like, what's
Stalling a
that?
little bit.
Anyhow, 12 parcels, $8,400, and write, legal, and prepare easements, 12 parcels, $7,200. I guess that's a breakdown of the 15,000.
Yeah,
On
and that's
that-
yours, and I put the red marks where you need to
Okay, and
sign.
that's on that, project on the fire station. I move we approve that.
Okay, I'll second, all in favor?
Aye.
And then the next one is for John.
Okay, number 8, discussion and possible action regarding the selection process for provider for right-of-way acquisition for Woods County Job Project 298204, Sand Creek in District 3.
Now, do we want to stamp that, or do you just sign it? It looks like,
Probably he just needs to sign
Sign
it.
it?
They just need approval to go through it. So,
to start,
yeah,
select our, he's just selecting Pinnacle.
yeah.
Okay,
They called me about a week ago, ODOT, and was asking who,
Down there south of Tacoma.
yeah, that last bridge down there by Trinkles.
is that a motion?
Yes.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, number 9, discussion and possible action regarding resolution approving interlocal cooperative agreement between CD8 and the county for January 1 to December 31st of 23.
So moved.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
So this is the nominating first alternate, and then the second. Okay.
All right. Number 10, discussion and possible action regarding resolution designating official board member to CD8 for January 1 through December 31st, 2023. And I will say, now that I have my medical issues kind of straightened up, I would like to serve again.
So moved. Or make a motion, what do I need to say?
That'd be.
Make Randy
So-
McMurphy designated CED8 board member.
And then, okay, and then we need,
The-
first
an
alternate and second alternate.
You want to do it?
No, go ahead, you need to second, that's fine. Eric, I will tell you this,
I'll be the second, you be the third.
when that'd be fine, when that OEDA deal comes back up, guys, I've been taking somebody with me, because if I have a flat or something, I'm screwed.
I'll do whatever I need to do.
I mean, if you would want to,
That sounds great.
I'll second.
Okay, all in
Yeah,
favor?
yeah, aye.
discussion possible action regarding the use of the courthouse lawn and stage for the candy cane cash drawing on December 2nd at 6 p.m.
I'll move we do.
What is it?
Oh, it's,
It'll be a chamber deal.
Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah.
it'd be a deal I could win any.
Make it all second.
Okay, approved. I'll make the motion, we approve.
I might get the can of cane, but other than that.
Yeah, all in favor? Aye. They used to give chamber bucks away.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that's.
They've got $3,000 in chamber bucks to give away.
Okay,
Wow,
that's
so
nice.
I guess it's still going on now.
And that's money you can spend it.
You mean,
Local
And
people.
the people that contributed.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 12, discussion and possible action regarding transfer of appropriations from Highway District 1 served to Highway District 1 personal services and District 2 served to District 2 personal services in the amount of $15,427.68.
I'm gonna reduce it.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
I have my food.
COVID? Yeah. That's why I'm wearing this.
Is that shit still going around?
Yeah.
Still making people sick?
Some of them aren't very sick at all, some of them are really, really sick.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's not going away anytime soon.
That's never gonna go away.
I don't think so.
I was around one of them for about 3 minutes, but I don't want you guys to.
Oh, I appreciate that.
All right. Number 13, discussion and possible action regarding the surplus and junking of county clerk's 2004 saving printer.
Did you notice how he hesitated, jumped in the county clerk? I moved with
And we
you,
have,
so.
we have two different pages we have to
Yeah.
sign.
All right.
I moved with you.
So second. All in favor?
Who second?
Randy.
You did? Okay. Kinda hate to get rid of that thing that's been in there
Think we can get anything?
ever since I've been. in my
Anything out of,
office.
for scrap and record? or-
I don't know.
Well, what I was
It's
actually
been a good
looking,
one. I mean, we used it a lot.
looking at when I hesitated was that name, saving. I did saving. That sounds like some slang I would use.
House savings.
Yeah.
You get some.
Okay, number 14, approve, disapprove the sheriff's monthly report.
Oh, man.
All in favor? Aye.
I feel more aerodynamic when you shave it up.
You're sure cooler than mine.
Well, these kind of mornings, that's not the best.
No, I'll go to, give me a neck scarf I pull up.
Any new business? Business and
I'd like to go out for bids on crack sealing. Only blacktop, that ticket crack seal. You obviously don't matter.
well, just tell Jennifer to go out.
Yeah. Well, that's all I need to do is that,
Okay,
no other new business.
I'll let her know.
Okay. Number 16, approve, disapprove blanket purchase order.
I move we do that.
I'll second.
In favor? Aye. Number 17, motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll say.
All right.